All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. It's time for another BS podcast, weekly BS podcast, whatever you want to call it. We've changed our name a little bit. We used to be BS with CSR. Now we're bringing you the weekly BS. My name is Blake Mitchmore. Shane Shoemaker is here with me like always. Shane, what's happening?
My fantasy football lineup is set. Football season is a go now. We had an awesome week of college football. You know, it's probably the best time of the year. I mean, if you want my opinion. So
I agree with you. It's really good. You got this doesn't help you right now because the Braves suck, but you're coming down to the stretch in baseball season, about to get playoff baseball. Football's kicking up. It's a good time of the year. Well, speaking of football, we had a hell of a first week in college football. Hell of a first week. I don't even know really where to start. We'll start with Alabama again.
I'm just glad it lived up to the hype this week did. I mean, it was built up for months, and besides the Alabama game, but everything pretty much lived up to the hype. I mean, wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, I mean, let's we're gonna break into some. It definitely lived up to the hype. We're gonna talk a little bit about some certain games, but can Alabama seriously? Can they I don't even need them to be bad. Can they just take a step back 1 year?
Yeah, mediocre, just a little bit mediocre.
Not even mediocre. 9 wins. I'd take 9 wins. They could still be a really solid team, but just not. Hey, guess what? We're going to be in the college football playoffs, and we're probably going to win the national championship.
Yeah, and it's almost getting to that point where you're getting tired of even hating them because it's just it's over this again. I mean, you can't. I mean, I don't know. It's just getting old news now. I mean, I hate that they've taken over college football. I
will say this: the fan in me hates it, but I'm getting to the point to where I absolutely respect the hell out of Nick Saban for the fact that he can do this over and over and over and over and over again. It's damn impressive.
Yeah, and it's usually, well, of course, now that he's got, is some people call him Joey Freshwater himself, his offensive coordinator. He has brought a different style to that, as the offense. But forever, it was just Saban doing basic football, running the rock and playing defense. So. And he's done wonders with it. So I don't know. That's the only good thing. The offenses seems to be at least somewhat fun to watch now with Lane Kiffin. So
they're absolutely fun to watch. And I don't know if you saw this, but he went and got him another USC coach this week and hired Steve Sarkisian. I mean,
the timing.
The timing's a little rough. It's a little dicey, but I think it's a freaking genius move because just like Lane Kiffin, Sarkisian was always a hell of an assistant coach, and if he's got this booze problem, and I mean, that's the one thing one of the reasons I really respect the hell of Saban is, dude, he's become this amazing CEO style coach. He's got Jeremy Pruitt as his defensive coordinator, who's going to be a head coach in the next couple of years. Lane Kiffin, Lane Kiffin's going to be head coach again, probably next season if they win another national championship. And then he'll just plug Sarkisian in as his offensive coordinator and keep doing the same stuff.
Yeah, I agree. And even, to kind of go back to Lane Kiffin for a second, we got to realize how young this guy is and when he got his first job. I mean, I don't think this guy's –
I think he's 41 or something like that.
Well, except on his Twitter where I think he claims he's 5 years younger. That's not a joke, by the way. I'm pretty sure that's – but, I think this guy's going to be a good head coach one day. I think it's just, his first head coaching job was with the Raiders. I mean, think about that for a second. But, again, what Saban's doing is just – it's never been done before that I can think of. At least not my lifetime. So it's – I hate him, and I hate the SEC, and of course that means I hate Alabama. But it's impressive,
damn impressive. So let's move on to. Okay, let's talk about, and I'm a little biased on this one, but in my opinion, okay, I'll ask you this question. In your opinion, what was the best game of the weekend?
Oh, it was Texas Notre Dame, no doubt.
It was such a badass game, man.
And for a game that, and to me, everything that I was reading, not a lot of people really knew kind of what to expect, but they kind of thought Notre Dame would come out in the end because they're Notre Dame. They always have.
I'm a big time Texas fan. I absolutely thought Notre Dame would win.
I think it was more just the mystery of, is Charlie Strong going to pull out anything here? Can he at least I don't think if he would have lost, I don't think that would have sealed his fate. But if they would have they would have got destroyed, the seat might be cooking a little bit. But
the seat is cooking just because he's had 2 years of being under 500, and it's Texas, which is probably the richest money wise at least program in the country.
Yeah,
but to come out like that and to actually show, because and being a big time Texas fan, one of the biggest issues with Charlie Strong is the fact that he's never showed any offense. Nobody's given it. His teams have sucked offensively. He's not been able to find a quarterback, nothing. Now, not only did he show a hell of a lot of offense, and he's gotten with the times of college football, which is he's gone to this spread offense. They threw the ball all around the field. They brought in Tyrone Swoops with this 18-wheeler package they call, where doing the kind of quarterback run gimmick. They're not gonna be a national title contender, but I did see enough to think that they can compete with anybody in the Big 12, and Charlie Strong's got a chance to win based on their schedule 8-9 games, and that'll keep his job.
That was my next question. What keeps his job? And like you said, I'm with you. I'm thinking around 8, and they're going to make some noise in the Big 12. I think for sure.
Absolutely, they are.
Yeah,
the Big 12. I haven't got a chance to watch Oklahoma State play yet. The Big 12's kind of weak. And obviously it's snap judgments after week 1, but to me the Big 12 looks weaker this year. I don't put a lot of stock into, and we're going to talk about that game here in just a second, the Houston-Oklahoma game, but TCU, I don't think they're going to be as good. You don't know what to expect with Baylor because everything that's going on. Yeah. They got a lot of talent, but you just don't know what to expect. I think they definitely can compete. Do I think they're going to win, or you come close to any kind of college? No, they're not. They're still. When I looked at their 2 deep roster, they play a ton of freshmen. They play a ton of sophomores. I think Shane Buechele was really great Saturday night, but let's face it, he ain't going to play like that every week.
Yeah. Again, I'll definitely be interested. Obviously, as everybody else will. The Oklahoma game, and again, Charlie Strong, he beat him last year. So in the surprise, it kind of almost helped him save his job a little bit then, in my opinion. But I'm interested what they do. I'm not a Texas fan, but I'm interested what they do.
Speaking of Oklahoma, dude, Houston, this is legit. And I was so impressed with that win Saturday. It's the first game of the year, so you can't put a whole lot of stock into it from really either team's standpoint, honestly. But for a team like Houston, I don't give a damn how good they were last year. Houston is not supposed to win that game. And they did. They went in there and beat a team in Oklahoma that, yes, they lost some people, but they still were in the college football playoff last year.
Right. I remember seeing that game. That was the game. Unfortunately, I did not get to see that game, but that was the game I was wanting to watch because I was intrigued. I want to see if Houston could live up to at least a little bit of hype they were getting and coming off of last year, what they did. And man, they proved it, and Tom Herman's, he's the hot name right now. Extremely hot name. And, it's almost just like, it's I don't know if it's so much about Houston now, but about his name. And it's like almost where he's going next year. That's what everybody's talking about now, it seems. And my question to you, does he actually go somewhere? That's the question.
I don't think it's 100% because I think in 2017 Houston's going to be playing in the Big 12.
Well, that leads me to do you know about his contract? Have you heard about that? But the thing is, if Houston joins the Big 12, then
it's up to $5 million, I think, or something like that.
In 2 years, he could be the highest paid coach in the entire NCAA. Like he'll be around the $8 million range.
Oh, wow, that shocks me.
Yeah, so
Houston has that kind of cash.
That raises. It's all because if they join the Big 12, and then the cash gets spread around. So my question is, I mean, if someone can match it, then yeah, sure. But I mean, would you want to leave?
People can match it. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, I guess I'm wondering who would match it. But I mean, he's got a pretty good cushion right there if he wants to stay in Houston. So.
I can tell you for a fact that. I mean, now granted, we just talked about it. It's just based on one game. But if Texas tanks, they can match it, and they would match it.
Oh yeah, well, Texas is loaded with money. They had no problem with that.
But no, I mean, I think, especially hearing that, but based on them going to the Big 12, I think they got a fighting chance of keeping him. Now, you don't know. I mean, you don't know Tom Herman well enough to know, because like there's guys that will leave for certain jobs. Like, I mean, you wouldn't think theoretically that Jim Harbaugh would leave the NFL to go to Michigan, but Michigan was it was a top job for him. Or I mean, so, but yeah, I don't think it's a done deal that he's gone like I did last year.
Yeah.
Somebody that probably is gone at the end of this year, and people in Baton Rouge are probably already regretting keeping his ass, is LSU. Just looked like the same team with no offense under Les Miles Saturday.
Yeah, man, I'm totally amazed by LSU. That is just talent after talent is just coming through there year after year, and that's including offensive talent. I mean,
right.
I don't know if they don't seem to ever be running the right system with the guys they have. I don't know what it is, but it just never works. I mean, and they've had players come through there that's with the NFL and made names. So it's obviously has to do something with Miles. And I'm also wondering too, I mean, there was a lot of talk last year, obviously, that he was done. He was fired. You think it's just in everybody's head now that it's just like he's done anyways? I mean, they're like, oh, we're giving you a mercy year just to maybe see if you got something. Or, I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, it just seems like it's done. I mean, they had no life in that game.
Because everything you hear was that it wasn't anybody like fandom or it was the school that wanted him gone. All the fans wanted to keep him. That's why he kept his job, because there was such a fan revolt.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I know that unless they take it, the way they looked Saturday, it doesn't. I don't think it's going to be a good year for them.
I don't either. They were already talking about them competing, against Alabama and, winning the SEC and stuff like that. And that just, again, we're only in week 1, but, that's there was way two different showings from those two teams in Alabama and LSU there. So.
Now, I know, correct me if I'm wrong, I know they played like a high school team, but your Miami Hurricanes looked pretty good Saturday.
Big high school team basically is what it was. As Florida A&M, I
guess Florida A&M's not a high school team.
At that point, it looked like it. I mean, it was good to roll off 70 points, So, I mean, that's always good. I mean, but those games, man, are hard to watch just because it's just like, you're going to, and we don't really have a challenge until Appalachian State. So, and it's sad that I'm saying that's going to be a challenge.
Oh, we'll definitely have to do a show that day if they lose to Appalachian State.
It'll be me breaking down, and plus I'll have to hear it from all my fellow Tennessee fans. How they beat Appalachian State, and Hurricanes lost.
You don't need to worry about hearing it from them. You need to worry about hearing it from me.
That's true too. So
if you lose to a Division II team, I'm going to give you all kinds of crap,
as I deserve.
All right. Well, that's college football. NFL football starts tomorrow. What do we got? A rematch of the Super Bowl? I don't really care.
Well, it's not going to be great just because, not that we're doing picks here, but I mean, I'm going Panthers just because, does Denver really have a quarterback? I mean, you lose Peyton Manning and you got, I even forgot the guy's name now.
Trevor Siemian.
Trevor Siemian. I mean, I've honestly never even heard of the guy.
I mean, either, honestly.
I really haven't.
When I look at this year, there's not really any clear cut, really just special looking teams to me. I mean, Denver's got a great defense, but they have no quarterback now.
Yeah.
I think Green Bay is going to be a lot better if Jordan Nelson stays healthy because Aaron Rodgers is favorite target back.
Oh yeah.
I don't. I'm not I'm not as big on Seattle as I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll probably be knocking around the playoffs, but they just don't look like a dominant team to me. I mean, the Patriots are going to be there. They're going to miss even without Brady in the first 4 games. They're going to be there.
Yeah.
I mean, am I wrong here? Is there anybody that you see that just looks like, wow, this team's going to be really good this year?
No, I mean, and plus, there's been a lot of injuries too. I mean, also, you guys lost Romo.
Shut up.
I mean,
you know what? I don't care. We're going to go 6-0 with Dak Prescott.
Well, good luck with that. I'm interested to see how that plays out, honestly. I mean, he's looked good, but, I mean, I don't know. We'll see on that. Then apparently, and I didn't realize how bad it was. Then Teddy Bridgewater apparently almost loses his leg.
I'm glad you bring up the Bridgewater thing because well, first of all, let me go at it from this standpoint first. The fact that they gave a damn first-round pick for Sam Bradford is crazy.
I do not understand that.
But I will say this. Sam Bradford with Adrian Peterson as a running back, and don't underestimate the fact that he's going to a team and playing for Norv Turner, who is a fantastic quarterback guru and a fantastic offensive coordinator. He's a horrible head coach.
I was going to say horrible head coach. Yeah.
Great offensive coordinator. And Phillip Rivers' best years were under Norv Turner. Norv Turner's credit, Norv Turner is a guy that gets a lot of credit for turning Alex Smith into an actual NFL quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then obviously, if you live around here in Dallas, he gets a lot of credit for Troy Aikman also. So I'm not a believer in Sam Bradford, but I will say this. I think if Sam Bradford is ever going to turn into a halfway decent NFL quarterback or a good NFL quarterback, it may be in Minnesota under Norv Turner. This may be his last shot.
I definitely think it's probably his last shot. I mean, the guy's went through a lot. He really has.
He's got like 75-year-old knees. His knees are so blown out.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess I know Minnesota, they were going to have good defense this year. I mean, but the thing is, it's not like I like Bridgewater, and I think it's more of his leadership is what they were counting on. And I mean, because he's not going to be throwing 60-yard bombs down the field a lot. I mean, he's basically dumping off half the time for what it looked like, little 10-yard routes or whatever they are. But I know they were probably going to make the playoffs this year, but I mean, did they really think they were that good of a team that they had to risk so much? I mean, and let's say it may not be a lot because they may only lose, somewhere around a late 20s pick, in the end. So in the first round. So I don't know. I mean, it's an odd situation. I don't know if I would have done it if I was Minnesota though.
I wouldn't have done it, but I think maybe more than did they really think they were that good? I think it's kind of how many more years is Adrian Peterson going to be really good? You do whatever you can to maximize that. Well,
that's true. They got a brand new stadium this year too, and I'm sure they're going to want to try to sell that out as much as possible. So I get it to a degree, but again, I couldn't have done it.
No, me either. I think Sam Bradford sucks. But all right, we're going to delve out of actual NFL, but there is a little NFL-related beef going on because Troy Aikman is not happy that Skip Bayless is a member of the Fox family. And I can't honestly blame him. We'll get into why, but Skip Bayless is a complete jack-off. And he's been one for the last 20 years. He used to be in Dallas. He was a jackass here. He's been a jackass at ESPN. Now he's going to be a jackass on Fox. He's one of those guys that just has made a name from pissing everybody off. And hey, more power to you. I mean, but I can't stand the dude. I'm mixed on Skip. I definitely wouldn't say I like him, but he's one of those people I can't turn away from. Like he says something so ridiculous and it pisses me off so much that I have to almost sit there and just take it again. Maybe I'm a glutton for punishment. I don't know, but especially after hearing all this stuff now, I didn't realize this, and I'm sure you're gonna talk about it here. But I didn't know all the things he said about
Troy Aikman, or allegedly said, I mean, apparently it's in a book, and you would know more about this living in Dallas. So I'd never heard any of this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I never read the book, but I mean, essentially, where the beef surrounds is Skip Bayless wrote in his book back in the day that Troy Aikman was gay, and Troy Aikman used to be with. Oh, she was never really big, but a country singer named Lori Morgan back in the day. And he said that Lori Morgan was basically a beard or somebody that, Aikman kept around to make people think he wasn't gay. Mm-hmm. And obviously the dude's got kids. He's been married. I mean, he ain't gay. And Aikman has absolutely hated Skip Bayless ever since. It was known all the way around here that he hated him. I've heard quotes of him saying that if he ever saw him, he'd probably knock him out. I mean, he legitimately hates the guy. And, I mean, not that they're probably ever going to cross paths because Aikman doesn't do a lot for Fox outside of, call games, obviously. Mm-hmm. Aikman's not happy at the fact that, him and Skip are on the same team now, and I get it, but
yeah, well, like I said though, I get it, but I mean, those two are probably never ever going to work together. I mean, they're doing two opposite things.
There's not a never ever. I can guarantee you that. My honest opinion is Troy Aikman would quit calling games for Fox and go work at ESPN or sit out the rest of the season, go work at ESPN or CBS the next year. If they tried to make him work with Skip, he won't. They will not. They will not work together. Now they'll be a member of the same Fox team, but they will not work together. I can guarantee you that. He hates him that much.
Yeah, well, the thing I like too is that they are on Fox Sports, because Troy Aikman could come out and say that and not get suspended for any actions or fined or anything, unlike what ESPN would do. I mean, to me, Fox Sports is way more watchable these days. And I would hate to see Troy Aikman leave too, because Troy Aikman's, I think, one of the better football announcers, analysts right now in NFL. So I really enjoy listening to him. So
I don't think he's one of the better. I think he's the best.
Oh wow! Well, I mean, he's definitely up there for me. So.
I mean, he is the best color guy. I would say that. If John Gruden was just slightly a little less of a character, John Gruden might be better than him. But just X's and O's, just talking, I would choose Troy over anybody.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I do like Aikman over Gruden. I'll give you that one. Yeah.
I mean, can you think of a football guy that?
Not right off the top of my head. No, I mean just. That's tough. I mean, you're probably right. It's probably Aikman. I mean, I really can't think of another one. He is that good. So,
all right. Well, Shane, we'll have to, football starting. We got another weekend today. I can't think of any great games off the top of my head this weekend, but this week's all about NFL football. But majority of what we talk about, wrestling. It's time to get into wrestling. We had another Monday Night Raw. It wasn't great. It was okay, I guess. It wasn't fantastic. It was
a chore as usual.
Yes. But I got some major beefs with this show, man. Even that one. Okay. You execute a great ending 2 weeks ago in swerving everybody. Some people even thought they swerved Kevin Owens, which is absolutely insane that they would think that could even happen.
Yeah.
But you swerve everybody. Triple H turns on Rollins, helps Kevin Owens, wins the world title. I was excited to watch Raw Monday night because I thought, perfect. Triple H is opening the show, explaining exactly why he did what he did.
Nope, not at all.
Not only did he not open the show, he wasn't even on the damn thing. How in the hell does that make sense?
I was looking forward to Raw because of that. I mean, you would expect, like, immediately, like, okay, we're going to explain this. This is what we're going to do. I mean, you're setting up, and especially now that your brands are split, that you don't get any explanation on SmackDown. So it's like, okay, I got to wait a whole week for this. I can't wait. Well, we didn't get it, and it wasn't a classic. Like, I'm always, just downing every episode that's on a holiday because I don't think they put hardly any effort into their shows then, because they know probably people are not watching, especially this one because, college football was on and it was Labor Day and people were just enjoying time with their friends and family.
I'm so tired of that bullshit excuse.
Well,
I'm so tired of it.
I'm just saying what they believe, and
I know, and that's what I'm saying. I'm so tired of that crap.
Oh, I am too. I mean, so I don't think they hardly put any effort into their holiday shows. And it's just like, well, we'll get them the next week. But they sort of had to do something. They had to at least do some explanations.
What sense does that make? So Triple H is going to take a week off and then come back? That's just stupid.
Oh, I'm totally agreeing with you on this. And they should have come right out the gate with Triple H with, just something. He didn't have to explain it at all. But there should have been something to that. That was I was looking forward to the show because of that, and there was nothing to it.
Instead we got some weird ass promo with Mick and Stephanie about how Stephanie used to be this shy kid, or like, what the hell, dude? The only thing that the only little nugget that left me was the way Stephanie looked at Mick after. Obviously, something's coming, and Mick is a short-term GM. He's not going to be around long-term. They're going to screw him over just like they always do. But dude, so pissed me off, man. Let me ask you that. What do you think about Kevin Owens coming out in a suit?
Well, I saw your tweet about it. I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. If he's playing this, what they've sort of done so many times, this corporate guy, and he's going to be, Triple H's boy. I like it. It gives Owens a chance to have a different layer, so to speak, and because they're going to have to try to make people to hate him because he does have the marks that like him. So they're going to have to try to do something, and the guy's so good, he's hard not to like. And I'm all for this. Even if they change his attire or something, I don't care. They've got to make people hate him.
And I'm glad you went down that road. I wrote a blog on our site because I did. Initially, I thought, what the hell? Really? They're going to put Kevin Owens in a suit? And then I kind of went down that same road of like, well, it was obvious in the promo that they're not going to try to roll, just like they did with Rollins when Rollins came back. They're not going to try to roll with the momentum and let him kind of shift into this babyface-ish type character. They're trying to make him a heel. Well, go full blast with it. I don't think you just go full blast. I think you go full blast with it. I'm telling you, I want to see Kevin over the next few weeks. I want to see him getting into better shape, like showing, I want to see suits every week. Yeah, and I want to see changed ring attire. He talked about when he got to WWE, he did a couple of interviews where he talked about, it might have been on Chris Jericho's podcast, if I remember correctly. He talked about the fact that, he kind of toyed with a different look. Like, I think he toyed with maybe wearing a singlet or something like that. He's going to have something to keep his gut in check, but do that. Wear more traditional wrestling attire. Go full on corporate and make people hate you.
If he came out in a singlet, I think it would be fantastic, actually. It would make me want to hate him, which is exactly what they're trying to do. So I'm for it. I am. They have to make people hate them now. And it's just, it's hard to do. And it's, in the era we're in now where it's, the marks are totally controlling everything. Again, I'm part of it too, but not to that degree, I don't believe. It's hard to make heels and faces now because they're almost vice versa. It's an odd way now. So,
well, and I think it makes him it makes them hate him, which is what they need right now. The other thing it does is it also sets him up down the line 6 months from now, a year from now, whenever, for a freaking gigantic babyface turn where he stops being a sellout, gets back to the real Kevin Owens, comes out in the shorts, comes out in the cutoff T-shirt, gets back to fight Owens fight and all that stuff. And it essentially gives him the opportunity, honestly, in my mind, to take him from the number one heel in the company to the number one babyface in one shot.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. Yeah.
And I mean, I really after that initial thought, I really sat back and thought about it. And I'm starting to think that it could be really good if he did become that corporate stooge.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But again, we've got to get some explanation. we have to get we have to get that though. That's the big thing right now. We have to get that, or this whole thing is a total wash.
I'm gonna be so pissed off if Triple H just doesn't come back for like 3 months or something like that.
No, yeah. There's no way. There's no way.
Well, the other thing, obviously, this angle has pretty much officially made Seth Rollins a babyface.
Which is
thrown off, by the way.
Hey, dude, I'm a popular guy, so I can't help myself.
Yeah, Seth Rollins. They gave everybody what they want. Seth Rollins is a babyface.
It's going to be odd seeing, and one, they don't really have a choice. They have to. I mean, we've been saying for a while now that the way his style is in ring, it's so much babyface. I mean, you can't help but like what this guy does in the ring. I mean, and pop for it. I mean, he's already like that in ring. It's just his stuff, on the mic, and how he handles himself, other ways. Again, they're forced into it, so I definitely don't think they were wanting to do this maybe right now. I know they were always wanting to get to Seth Rollins, Triple H somehow, in some way, but, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure, as we know, this wasn't always the way, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know how early we're getting this. I mean, was Rollins supposed to be face maybe around Rumble time or maybe a little bit before? I don't know. I want it to be as natural as can be, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want it to be forced upon us. I mean, I don't know. I just don't. It's going to be hard to see Rollins make that transition. I think he was pretty good, Monday night, but I think he's got to really learn how to work the craft of being a face.
Yeah, I mean, right now he's just leaning on that natural reaction. I don't, his promos weren't really. I mean, he was still kind of that whiny bitch,
Yeah.
So he's got some work to do, but I mean, like you said, his in-ring style will lead to it. It's just a matter of can he get to cutting face promos, which he's really never done.
No, he's not. I mean, I can think even when they were in the Shield, and of course, I don't remember him cutting many promos in the Shield. Anyways,
he didn't say much, but I mean, they got some babyface reactions, but they never really cut a real face promo.
Right. So it's he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to learn that craft for a while. I mean, because he's been the heel, but surprisingly the face of that company for a while. So it's going to be interesting, but again, I want to see it come as natural as it can be without totally forcing it upon us, because then he'll just be an actual heel again that people hate. So.
All right. So I don't even know where to start on this one because it pisses me off so much.
Oh, well, here we go.
If you've ever listened to If you listen to Talk is Jericho and you've listened to Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows on there, either one where they had them or they had them on Talking Shop, they had Talking Shop presented by Talk is Jericho. They're absolutely freaking hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, absolutely hilarious. But what they're doing on Raw simply isn't funny.
No.
It's awful.
No.
The ring post-itis, the first ring post-itis sketch, pretty funny.
Mm.
Since then, it's been a freaking nosedive. The crap they did Monday with the old day and the old farts home.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
One of the worst things I've seen on Raw in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, they're not killing Gallows and Anderson, but they could be so much more than what they're doing. So much more.
They have to be one of the biggest disappointments of the signings that I think we've seen so far. I mean, Well, I mean, do you agree that they should be going the humorous route with them? Because, I mean, just to me, look at the way they're even dressed. I mean, they got these big things with big gas masks on them, and they're supposed to be the.
I think it. Well, I think if you let them be them, and you're not you're letting them be funny.
Mm.
It could be better, but this is not them. This is WWE giving them crap. I guarantee you, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson didn't sit in the back and come up with old fart.
No, I wouldn't say so.
But I agree with you 100%. With the image they portray is not funny. It's ass kicker.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is, there has been guys and even teams that could do that. That could be heels, and be the guys that could take everybody out and be funny at the same time, but still get a heel reaction. There's Edge and Christian if you want to go a team, and then there's Kurt Angle if you want to go a singles guy. So it can be done. It's just it's got to become a lot more natural, like you're saying, because what was happening the other night or in the past couple of weeks is totally scripted garbage.
I'm really starting to think they made a big mistake. They made two mistakes. I'll say they made two mistakes. The first mistake was. One mistake. If they were going to keep Finn Balor as a face, which they obviously were, at least so we think, then and not put Gallows and Anderson and Balor together, Gallows and Anderson should have been on SmackDown with AJ.
Yeah.
Because they were even though they weren't doing anything spectacular, they were much better as the club, at least. Beat up John Cena was old, but at least they weren't doing this garbage they're doing now. And Gallows and Anderson could have been the number one tag team on freaking SmackDown.
Yeah, it would have been, especially with the whole thing that Cena's gone now. If you just saw Styles and the club rule SmackDown,
yes,
that would have been fantastic. I mean, it'd been way better than what they're doing now. I mean, I don't get the separation. Again, it may have had something to do with Balor. We don't know, but I mean, that would have, that could have been the whole centerpiece of SmackDown, kind of what Styles is now, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they've only been there for 6 months. It's not the end of the world yet, but I mean, this is just bad. It's awful. I mean, their crap sucks. I'm over the New Day. Like, I just don't give a damn about it.
You sound pissed off.
I am. I'm pissed off. All right. So this is Raw related, but it's not really Raw. I mean, Alberto Del Rio's gone. We know that. He's gone. See you later, Alberto. We'll never see you again. I don't think they could give him $4 million a year. He probably ain't coming back to WWE.
No.
But now, I didn't think Paige was gone. I thought, okay, Paige is 24. They're not going to let her go. You heard she had a contract through like 2019 or something like that. Now you're hearing that they're going to work out a release for Paige, which, man, I don't know how I feel about this because I don't know if they'd ever use her right again, but God, you're throwing away a big piece of talent right there.
Arguably, the woman who started the women's revolution because of the takeover show. I mean, this chick had so much, talent, and it sucks because, and there's so much rumors going on with this situation. I mean, first of all, when it was told that like these two were together, the internet exploded. Because it was just the most random relationship ever. I mean, I don't give a crap. I didn't care. I was just like, okay, it's two wrestlers dating on the road all the time. I mean, why not? Their age difference and all that. And then, I don't know if I quite believe this, but I can see it. Obviously, because they were split to separate brands. But, basically, we're hearing WWE, some officials are basically telling them they didn't like the relationship, which is pretty hypocritical of WWE because, you've had, I don't know, Triple H and Stephanie, John Cena and Nikki. I mean, Daniel Bryan and Brie. I mean, the list kind of goes on. So I don't know. They're going to lose a heck of a talent if Paige, but she does seem very immature, though. I'll say that. I mean, very, very immature. I mean, I do think there is. I do think she'll be back though if she is released.
She absolutely will. She's only 24. I mean,
yeah,
she can go work somewhere else for 2 or 3 years, get her head on straight, and come back and pick up pretty much right where she started as one of the. Because I mean, I don't.
It makes me wonder if they both. Well, Del Rio's been there before, but if they both end up in Lucha Underground. I mean, and they will do something with both of them. Del Rio was very good in Lucha Underground, and Paige is how she is. They will do something with her if they get I guess a season 4.
Well, you hear that. I always hear that Del Rio's going to TNA.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Dude, we're going to talk about them in a minute. Now I pulled out a knife.
Oh, hey.
It was randomly here on my desk, so I started playing with it. But now I'm going to use it as a pointer.
Nice.
We're going to talk about TNA in a minute. You need to start watching it and giving them a freaking chance because they're better.
No.
I'm telling you, you're missing out.
Dude, I've watched it, and I can't help but watch that, just complete circus act, dumpster fire.
Stop.
Stop. Okay, all right.
Stop right there. I will reach through this screen with this knife. All right, before we get into you and your bad thoughts, we're going to talk a little bit about SmackDown because I'm going to put this knife down. I'm going to wind up stabbing myself. SmackDown is kind of like Raw. I mean, it's a lot easier to watch because it's 2 hours, but just nothing great.
Yeah, it's we're getting into the downtime of the year, big time now, especially now. I mean, there's nothing to look forward to. I mean, there's a billion pay-per-views now because of the split brands. I mean, we got one coming up Sunday, obviously.
2 weeks after that. 2 weeks after that.
It's like I wrote about a while back. There's too much wrestling right now with the Cruiserweight Classic going on. I mean, dude, I'm exhausted from even trying to keep up with it. I mean, you want me to watch TNA now? I mean, come on. I mean,
well, I mean, there's only one show that I watch. Not even. There's no shows that I watch live because I usually have to work Monday night.
Well, I'm a DVR guy too. So
yeah, I mean, I watch 3 shows right now. I watch 2, and then I keep up with it and watch certain aspects of a third. I watch Raw, I watch SmackDown, and I keep up with TNA. I haven't watched NXT in months.
No,
I have not watched one episode of the Cruiserweight Classic, even though I hear it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I from what I've always seen of Lucha Underground, it's great, but I will not watch it just because there's too much wrestling.
Yeah.
But okay, so SmackDown, 3 things really stood out to me, and then we'll talk about Backlash for a second. That women's segment at the beginning of the show was absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
Natty, how long has Natty been in the wrestling business and she can't cut a promo?
Well, she's in that Hart family, so she can't really cut a promo. That's just in her genes. So,
I liked the fact that they're continuing this Heath Slater deal, and he had all 7 kids and his random ass TV wife or whatever in the front row. He's
arguably the best part of WWE right now. Arguably.
The only thing I will say is that they should have. They did it in commercial and put it on YouTube. They should have had him introduce all his kids on the TV show.
Yes, I agree.
Cut out the bull crap Kane and Fandango segment and give more time to Heath Slater. Damn it!
Yeah, I never thought I would say that, but Heath Slater really is arguably one of the best things, in going in WWE right now, and I can't believe I'm even uttering that statement. So,
the one thing I thought was very well done, and actually makes me excited to watch them was, and you've known it was coming. They pulled the Usos heel turn.
Finally.
I thought they did it really well, and I loved what the Usos had to say after the fact because they blamed it on the reaction of the fans, and they finally just said, you know what? We're not doing it for them. We don't care. We're doing it for us. It was great.
Mm.
And it's going to make me want to watch the Usos more. And, man, it was done really well.
Well, they've always been a good team. They've always been fun to watch.
Oh, yeah. They're probably the best tag team in WWE.
Yeah. Now the thing is, obviously, the makeup's got to go. The face paint's got to go. I'm thinking it's done. I mean, if you're heel team now, I don't think you do that.
See, I'm not so sure.
Really? I think you got to come out with a different look now. I mean, you got to.
Well, I mean, okay, from that standpoint, yeah, you need a different look since you're a heel tag team, but maybe you could tweak the makeup because Umaga was a heel. He had makeup like that. He had the Samoan business.
Well, I mean, one, the music's obviously got to change too because you can't have so and having the crowd. First of all, they didn't hardly chant anyway, but I mean,
at least not for last year.
Yeah. So I mean, I think they're getting at least big makeover.
Like I said, from that standpoint, from where you're going with it, I completely agree. I don't think you have to ditch the makeup, but they do need some kind of change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To signify the new attitude.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's talk Backlash for a minute. Honestly,
not a bad card. Could be
nothing that really makes me excited to watch. Though.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying. I mean, like as far as wrestling, good card. I think could have some good matches, but again, it's a Backlash card. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, and I will say this: I touched on it a couple weeks ago. I think you absolutely have to, and not just with this one. I think you have to follow it with every brand exclusive pay-per-view. You have to follow the takeover format. This thing cannot be longer than 2 to 2.5 hours tops. Because if you're dragging out another match, if Kane and Fandango winds up on Backlash, I'm going to turn it off.
Yeah. That'll be brutal. Yeah. So you're saying you're thinking you want this to be a 2-hour show, is what you're saying? Or?
Yeah. I mean, you have 6 matches on the card right now. You open up with that tag match. It needs to be no longer than 8 to 10 minutes. You got Dolph versus Miz. You've got the women's match, Randy versus Bray, the final tag match, and the world title match. Mm-hmm. That's it. Get them off.
I love that idea. I think it would be awesome if they did that, but I know they're not. I know how they think about pay-per-views, but
no, I think you're wrong. I think
really?
They are.
Really? See, I hope so. I
think they are. I think they have. I mean, they have to. They have no choice because, dude, you cannot. I will say this. I will be absolutely shocked if this thing is 3 to 3.5 hours. To me, the perfect format going forward is dual branded pay-per-views. Whatever. They don't need to be hours like SummerSlam and WrestleMania, but 3.5 hours, fine, great.
Yeah,
because you got both shows. Brand exclusive pay-per-views, take over.
Right. Yeah. Again, I like that idea. I hope it happens because again, too much wrestling there's long shows or just a killer. So yeah, I'm good. I'm good with 2 hours, 10, 15 minutes. I'm fine with that. That's great.
One thing I'm not looking forward to in Backlash. It's Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt.
Mixed, honestly. I mean,
and I'll tell you why I'm not looking forward to it because I think Bray Wyatt's going to lose,
and he doesn't. It's one of those they both need to win.
Because if you're going to continue Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar, I don't think you can have Randy Orton lose clean to Bray Wyatt.
Yeah,
and I'm going to ask you a question. If Bray Wyatt loses again, can Bray Wyatt be anything anymore, or is he just done?
I'm not going to say he's done. I know we've had this conversation a couple times, but it's they always seem to bring him back in this, in these situations where he just calls people. It's just wash and repeat how he does this. And I like Bray Wyatt. I'm a huge fan of Bray Wyatt.
Oh, me too. That's what pisses me off about it. I don't want him to be done, but I'm starting to feel like
there's so many creative ways you could do with this guy, and they have, wasted. I mean, he wasn't even on SummerSlam, was he? Like at all, was he?
No.
Yeah, I mean, not even like mentioned, I don't think. So, yeah, nothing. So, the reason I hate the booking in this match is because both of them need it because Randy Orton got destroyed by Brock Lesnar, like literally almost destroyed. And Bray Wyatt wasn't even on SummerSlam and needs a win desperately, like so bad. So I don't think he's done, but I mean, you just can't. The character is losing all, just any type of seriousness at all. I mean, you can't take a guy who keeps threatening people seriously if he can't come through eventually.
Yeah, I just I don't know. I'm starting to I'm starting to wonder if Bray's ever going to be what we think he's going to be, because, I mean, how many times can he go up against a major star and lose and come back? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, so we'll pick the championship matches. I don't want to pick all the other crap. So, I mean, we've got. I got to think that I don't know. So, I'm torn on the tag team titles because I'm thinking actually, you know what? I'm going heel Usos are going to win the tag titles because they're going to beat the Hype Bros, and then to get heat, make them even bigger heels. They're going to beat Heath Slater and freaking. They're going to beat Heath Slater and Rhino.
I'm agreeing with you on this one because, again, they're trying to get these guys heat right now. Slater is getting really good pops. I mean, I think he's getting over the fans. And, I mean, what bigger heat than costing some, guy's job, especially if they cheat to do it. So I'm agreeing with you on that. And there's so much more, creative room here to go with Heath Slater. I mean, you could do this for a while and do different, scenarios with it. And apparently he's one of the driving forces behind it. So I think you can make this last a while, and I think it's what they're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, and then obviously that sets you up for heel Usos whenever, whether it's kayfabe or real, whatever it is. When American Alpha comes back for them to chase the heel Usos, which will be great because freaking the Usos are a great tag team, like we talked about. So having American Alpha chase them will be awesome.
Yeah.
And what about the women's title?
Man, I don't know. I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, are we really going? Are we going Nikki here? Is that where we're going? I mean, to me, it's leaning that way. I think. I mean, I don't know, but then again, I'm thinking. I think Becky Lynch probably needs it. But I'm thinking Nikki probably gets it. I don't know. I mean, they seem like they want to continue this Carmella thing too. So I don't know.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. Natty ain't getting it.
No, I wouldn't think so. Of course, we've been surprised before. So.
I don't think Naomi's getting it.
No.
I'm torn between Becky and Nikki too. I probably lean Nikki. I think Becky deserves it. Becky gets really good reactions. I would kind of like to, even though they're not really great in the ring, I'd kind of like to see them throw a curveball and let them see Carmella or Alexa Bliss and sneak out. You know what? I'm going this route. I don't think it's possible, but I'm going Eva Marie comes back and wins.
That'd be something. Is the days up by then? I'm sure they are.
I don't think it is, but I mean, honestly, I'll say Becky, but I would rather see them throw some kind of curveball and give us one of the new girls.
Yeah. I'm sticking with Nikki, but yeah, I agree. It would be nice to see a curveball.
World title. I'm honestly starting to, do you think? I'm honestly starting to think AJ might lose.
I'm thinking AJ's losing too. I think AJ does get it eventually. I don't know what the next SmackDown pay-per-view is. Was it No Mercy maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
I think Styles loses this one, wins next one, and that's when apparently we're getting him and Cena again. So, yeah. So I think Styles loses this one though.
So maybe Styles wins in October and then just turns around and dumps to Cena for 16.
I don't think he dumps to Cena, but I mean, I think it's going to be one of those like Styles wins it, he's celebrating, and then Cena pops up out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, by the way, here I am. So
and beats Cena. Maybe he beats Cena again. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see him winning Sunday. I don't have a good feeling about that. I think Ambrose is.
I don't either. When they first announced it, I thought it was done deal, but the way they're just building it, it makes me think that Ambrose is going to win.
Mm.
And I'm over Ambrose. I don't really care.
He's indifferent to me now. Really, All
right, we got to talk a little. We got to talk your favorite promotion on the planet. We got to talk a little TNA. Dude, there were words out that Cody Rhodes might be going into. TNA now.
Well, it's gonna be classic TNA. TNA's gonna have talent like they always do, and it's just total crap. It's just total crap.
You don't watch.
They have broken my heart too many times. Like I can't even. I mean, I was watching this stuff back then, and like I just was like, no, I'm done.
I want you to DVR the next 2 weeks and give it 2 weeks and tell me honestly. I'm not saying you have to watch after 2 weeks, but tell me honestly, you don't think it's a much better show now?
I may, but it's not. I'm not promising you that. It's just like we discussed. There's too much wrestling. There's too much stuff to watch right
absolutely.
now. You can't.
You are watching tomorrow night, even if it's on DVR, because damn it, you're watching Delete or Decay.
Well, I'll give you that just because, again, I watched that one promo for it, and I felt like I'd just taken acid, and I've never taken any hallucinogenic drug in my life. So, but I imagine that's what it's like. So,
which one was it?
I don't even know how to describe it. Like Jeff Hardy was
at the talk show in the middle of the field.
Yes, it's like he was in a dream, dude. I don't even want to try to.
Matt put him in a dream state of nirvana.
Oh yeah, I saw. Yeah, it was different.
It was crazy.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, I don't know what it's like to be on acid, but I can imagine that's probably something what it's like.
It was crazy as hell, man. But I'm excited to watch that. And dude, I mean, I'm telling you, if you'll give it I'm not saying it's like, oh my God, it's amazing. They're going to be the best ever, but they're doing some decent stuff right now. And it's 2 hours. It's not 3 hours like Raw. It's much easier to watch than Raw is right now. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's not saying much though.
All right. Our website, we're the Weekly BS. We got a point. We used to do this all the time. We're getting back into it. We're going to start pointing out the BS of the week. What's BS to us? And I got quite a bit this week because there's been a lot of BS out there. First and foremost, like I wrote an article saying that based just on a sole point that I don't agree with Colin Kaepernick, but if he wants to sit down during the national anthem, there's nothing wrong with that. Who cares? But I'm over it at this point. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of people talking about it. Oh, my God. And did you know, I read today, which just, I don't know. Let me ask you this. And this will be a dead giveaway, but who is the number one selling jersey in the NFL right now?
Oh, gee. I'm going to go with Colin Kaepernick. So.
That is so insane to me. That
he did. Again, it's – I talk about this all the time, in my columns. These guys are characters. These guys are characters, that we watch on television. And what they do, they have to stay relevant, so they'll do the craziest thing at the opportune time, like Kaepernick did here in third week of preseason when he was almost going to get cut. I mean,
right. That's the crazy thing about this.
Yeah, I mean, even Shaquille O'Neal come out, which I know it's Shaq and he's crazy himself, but even he said he's like, why now? Why not do this last year? Why not do it, weeks ago? Why not do it, before season? Because it's the third week of preseason when you're almost about to get cut and you might be out with millions of dollars. So yeah, why not?
Backup quarterback now. Backup quarterback who is doing this and has the number one selling jersey in all NFL.
Yeah. I mean, the guy who's
not even going to play unless the quarterback in front of him sucks or gets hurt.
Yeah, he's losing out to Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah, Blaine Gabbert sucks. I'm tired of hearing about it. Another person I'm tired of hearing about, which is just go the frick away, Tim Tebow, please.
I'm actually working on a column right now for a site on that, and I'm like you. I want him to go away. And again, he's another character for the media. He knows what he's doing. Why the timing? Why do it in August? Why? Again, he's a media whore. That's what, in my opinion, he is.
The thing that drives me nuts, and the thing is, I read an article right before we went live that says 8 Major League Baseball teams have definite interest in Tim Tebow.
I'm not surprised, and I'm not saying even if I wasn't a GM, I would do it too because he's going to bring attention to your team. I mean, he's gonna bring attendance rates up at your minor league games if that's what you're looking for. I mean, the perfect situation, like I'm going to bring it for the Braves, they got a brand new stadium opening up next year. Now, granted, one thing.
I just realized that you have 712 Braves hats in your room.
I do. I have rough. That's a rough estimate, but
back to the show.
Yeah. But they got a new stadium opening up next year. Now, granted, they're gonna first week, 2 weeks, whatever, they're gonna kill it, and they're gonna, I'm sure, have good attendance. But why not on any random bobblehead night that you would normally have? Oh, by the way, we have our AA outfielder Tim Tebow coming in here to sign autographs and pictures for you. I mean, seriously, why not? I mean, because who knows what the Braves are going to do next year? I mean,
oh my God, but does
it not make sense? I mean,
from a business standpoint, yes, but it makes them look so crappy that they would sign a dude just to sell tickets.
Hey, it's business. It's business.
I know, but God, that just go away, you jackass. and oh God help me if he signs if the Rangers sign him. God help me.
Let's hope so.
No, I hope he signs with the Braves so I can give you crap and I can buy you a Tim Tebow Braves jersey for Christmas.
I appreciate that. I'll take it.
And you'll wear it.
I will.
All right, the last three are wrestling related. In the column of go away again. Why is Ryback on a podcast? Why does Ryback have a podcast? Everybody has a podcast now. I mean, hell, we have one.
Yeah, we have one. I mean, I don't care. I don't keep up with Ryback, honestly. He does nothing. He's never done anything to entertain me. I mean, even when he pisses me off, really doesn't even entertain me. So,
but now he's on there. Supposedly, WWE offered him a $1.5 million contract, which I think is absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
Supposedly, he was supposed to squash AJ Styles at WrestleMania, which I think is absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
Just go away, dude. Please.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing further to say on that just because I literally do not care about Ryback, and he brings nothing to the table, and I think everything you just said is total BS. So.
Last show we did, we talked about how the evolution of Punk was actually kind of making me like CM Punk again.
Mm.
Well, something happened last week that made me turn right around and hope he gets his ass kicked Saturday. The fact that when I got on Twitter last week, that I couldn't scroll 3 tweets without seeing a damn tweet about the fact that Colt Cabana and CM Punk may not be friends anymore. I can't tell you how much I don't give a shit about that and how much I could care less whether those two jack-offs are friends.
Yeah, I thought it was really ridiculous myself. I mean,
the fact that that's a story, that's a story is so insane.
Yeah, that just shows you how insane the internet is now and how insane social media is now. I mean, yeah, that was one of the better podcasts I've ever listened to just because of what Punk was saying. Granted, if it was all truth or not, I don't know. But, it was interesting to a small degree, but I was like, oh, okay, they're not friends. I ultimately don't care. I mean, Punk, it's Punk. He pisses off everybody, I mean, if it come out tomorrow and said he was divorcing AJ Lee, I wouldn't be surprised at all because he's a jackass. So, again, it's just amazing what the internet finds entertaining.
That happens, AJ. You can call me any day.
Let me know how that goes.
Yeah, probably not real well. Hey, although I've always been attracted to crazy, so we've talked about that.
That's true.
Right in with me.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care that I don't care if they're friends. I don't care if they're not friends. Just stop talking about it.
Mm.
The other thing, this next topic just gives me a headache. And it gives me a headache because it floods my Twitter timeline, too. I have nothing personal against Vince Russo. he and I get along. We've done some stuff together. We're gonna consider him a friend, but I am this close to either muting his timeline where I can't see it or unfollowing him because of all the shit he brings on himself every week with his opinions.
And then gets mad about it when people complain about it.
First of all, to everybody that gives him a bunch of grief, he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what he's doing, and you're playing into his hand every single time he does it.
Hey, like I said, you got to make a buck somehow. He's the Skip Bayless of wrestling.
Really is. I mean, he has cultivated that personality for himself, and more power to him because he's doing a great job with it. Well, he's got himself on Podcast One. He's got a new wrestling promotion he's doing a lot of stuff. So he's obviously figured something out. But please stop hassling him because I'm tired of seeing him tweet you and bitch about it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of just like CM Punk. I don't care about Vince Russo's response to this hater. Vince Russo responds to that hater. I don't care.
Yeah, it's getting old. I mean, because he's trolling because. I mean, it's everything that happens. It's everything.
So he's trolling them.
Yeah, because it's everything. I mean, like, tomorrow, I mean, Steve Austin could come back and win the title, and he would be like, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. Then why are they doing this? I mean, like, it could be the greatest Russo idea ever, and he would still hate it. It's whatever the popular opinion is, he's got to go against. Again, you got to make a buck somehow. I don't hate him for it. It's just I don't like how he complains back to the fans and saying, don't tweet me and don't do that. I'm like, dude, you're the one who's doing it, and you know what you're doing, so stop it.
Well, I mean, it's all a gimmick, and it's all a game. I mean, if you think I haven't talked to him in months, but I'd be willing to bet that he knew that Sasha speech was part of an angle Monday night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I guarantee you, sitting at home watching the show, he knew, hey, if I put this out on Twitter, it's going to create a firestorm.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of whether he really meant it or not. And it did. And it's all people have been talking about for the last 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And, and that's the thing. That's the thing that people don't realize, and why he does it is every time this happens, guess what happens? More people subscribe to his website and make him more money. More people listen on Podcast One, which makes him more money. You are playing directly into his hand. It's just like I've said with anybody else. When it's stuff like this, the way to get your point across, stop talking about him. Stop tweeting him. The whole gimmick is he's so irrelevant. Make him irrelevant. Well, he's more relevant now than he was back in the fucking wow. Back in the Attitude Era. He's more relevant now than he was then.
Well, and the thing is, he knows that because he's got the greatest fans in the world for that. He's got wrestling fans who complain and moan constantly, but yet keep forking out money and buying merchandise and keep subscribing to podcasts. He's got the best audience ever for that. So he knows what he's doing. I mean, he knows he's just going to keep, piling in the money there. So,
but he's literally more relevant right now than he was at any point when he was a major contributor in the wrestling business.
Yeah. No. And
it's because he's working the fans.
Yeah.
And you're letting him work you.
I let go of that a long time ago on him. I know his game, so I'm just like, hey.
I don't, like I told you, like, it doesn't bother me what he's doing at one bit. I'm just tired of seeing it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing it when I go on a wrestling website. I'm tired of seeing it on Twitter. Like, more power to him because he's working it and he's making it work for him. So I have no issue with what Vince Russo is doing. I'm just tired of seeing it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it anymore because it's annoying as hell.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I agree. I'm sick of seeing it flooding.
I'm just annoyed. I feel like I'm just as annoyed by people constantly harassing him as he is because he can't not respond to it. So then it's just another tweet you see, and it just never ending. So like, stop.
Yeah, the fact that he has to respond back to him again is part of the gimmick. I get it, but I'm just like, I don't care.
Stop saying he's irrelevant and make him irrelevant.
Yeah. Classic troll fanboys on Twitter. Yeah.
That's how you get to him, is make him irrelevant. If you want to get to him, you can talk trash to him all day. You're just playing into his hand. Completely ignore him.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
And you said the F word too, so.
I did say the F word. And I didn't mean to. There's sometimes I've said it when I meant to, and that one just kind of was like, whoa. But that's it for this week. Make sure you're following us on Twitter at The Weekly BS. I don't even know what I changed our site name to. I'm a bad host.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Hang on. Oh, that changed it. Check out our website. That's so awful.
Wow.
Make sure you're following Shane at Shoemaker24. Make sure you're following me at Blake Richmore, and we will catch you next time.